Hello and welcome to Virtual Formula 1 Round 5 of Season 2 as we get off the qualifying session with Matey coming out for his first flying lap. As we start this qualifying session, some of the biggest news this weekend is that Mashiro has made the move to McLaren from the Renault, meaning that Aboud has joined Red Bull from the McLaren seat after Dono has retired from the league. As we come on board with Matey, as he's the first driver to start the flying laps. Going very slowly around these corners. Doesn't look like he's going to set a fast time. And another new face, Chris, coming out for his out lap in the Alfa Romeo. He's still a team principal of Alfa Romeo, but he's stepped into the race, to the car for this race. And a new signing, WRL Spinotto, joining Alfa Romeo alongside Chris for this race. The first full-time driver for Alfa Romeo since Luca in about round 1 or 2 of season 2. As we start to get times in, Arts comes in a 108.279 in his Ferrari, Icon a 108.471, Spinotto 109.968, and HyperX Renz a 110.068, Ace a 107.976, Mashiro first race of the McLaren 107.739, splits the Mercedes, Laggy a 107.625, fastest lap of the session, and Liebner a 107.836. Let's put some... No, which one is it? This one, and the full track map. There we go. Aboud, the first race for Ferrari, sets a lap time of a 108.573, slower than Icon, his previous teammate. As his banker lap, we're on board with Bas as he comes round in sector 2. Yellow flag in sector 1 and 2, that would be Matey. with Breakfast King. Bast has a purple second sector. There we go. And Bast goes fastest, a 107.624. 1,000th of a second faster than Laggy Racer. Invalidated lap for Nitrous Davy. Matey on his out lap, and Breakfast King coming into the pits after an invalidated lap as well. Chris gets his first few laps under his belt, coming off into almost into the gravel trap. At the end of the first straight, there he is. His best time so far is a 1:10.540. That could be the McLaren of Icon who brought those yellow flags out, as we're with Mashiro, who looks like the second driver to making their second flying lap. And that's the Ferrari of Arps, who's looking to gain some space for his flying lap. And we come on board with Leave Now, who doesn't... No, he was on an out lap, so he might have improved his time. But Mashiro, not on an out lap, comes into the pits though, and Race Control has just informed me that Chris will get a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Icon. We couldn't see what that collision was. Arps has an invalidated lap. As we try to look on board Icon's car, there doesn't seem to be a lot of damage. How about Chris's car? Oh yeah, there's a lot of left wing damage, left front wing damage to Chris's car there. Lap times. Lead Now tops the timings, a 107.542. Ace is fourth, a 107.635. Mashiro is still with the same time he had before. Matey a 107.821. Abood down in 10th still, needing to get a good lap time here, as Breakfast King is the only driver yet to set a time. As I say that, he sets a time of 109.851 to make him 11th. As it stands, Laggy with a fastest lap, a 107.435. Abood can only make it up one space to 9th. with now an invalidated lap time. We are running strict corner cutting here, so there will be a lot of penalties in the race, I'm sure. Not much happening now as we wait for drivers to set one of their last laps, as Mashiro goes top, a 107.389 in his McLaren. As Laggy, Liebnow, Bast and Ace are all still in the pits. Arp still with an invalidated lap. So the Ferrari won't be going any higher anytime soon. Davey loses the back end a tiny bit, coming out into sector 3. And again on the third last corner. Let's see what kind of time he can do. A 108.177. He improves his time but doesn't move a space. Oh, he does move a space up to 7th, leapfrogging Tearps in the Ferrari. Icon has an invalidated lap. Spinotto hasn't come out the pits since his first run out. But there goes Abood. Nope, that was Bars. Trying to get that pole position. Yellow flags in Sector 1, that's Matey, who has retired from the session. We can't go on board with him. But there he is in the background of the camera. Not much movement here as we start the final 2 minutes of this short qualifying session. Yellow flags in Sector 2. That is Laggy Racer, who won't improve his time. after being that slow. But all eyes are on Bas right now, as he sets a purple second sector, 2/10 faster than Mashiro's. As we'll stay with Bas as he sets a only third fastest time, splitting the Mercedes. Breakfast King either lets Bas go through or done something on the outside of turn 1. That is Breakfast King again, bringing yellow flags out. Laggy Racer trying to set a very fast flying lap here. Under 40 seconds to go as he gets an invalidated lap. Yellow flags coming out all over the place now. That's what happens with strict corner cutting. You put the tyres 1 millimetre over the white line and you've got an invalidated lap. The last 10 seconds here as Bas comes into the pit, so he will finish 3rd or lower. As we're on board with Liebnau, only less than 3/10 separate the top 5 as it stands. Laggy Racer comes into the pits. He won't finish pole position. So if Mercedes want the pole position, it's all up to Liebnau, who comes across the line. It's pole position by 2/10 quicker than his previous lap time. A 1:07.310, 700ths quicker than Mashiro's, who is coming across the line in about 20 seconds. Spinotto will finish 11th or lower. Abud finished 9th. Mashiro goes pole position, and unless HyperX Reds is the last driver to try and get that pole position in a Williams, I don't think he will make it. But that means Mashiro will get a pole position in his maiden McLaren debut. And there is confirmation. First place pole position for Mashiro. And here is the qualifying results. Mashiro pole position a 1:07.202, followed by Liebnau in 2nd, Laggy Racer in 3rd, Bas in 4th, Ace in 5th, Matey in 6th, Arps in 7th, Davey in 8th, Abud in 9th, Icon in 10th, Spinotto in 11th, HyperX Runs in 12th in the Williams, followed by Breakfast King in 13th, and I think Chris is the last driver on the results in 14th with a 5-place position penalty. That won't affect his position though at all. And would you look at that, pouring down in Brazil. What more could you ask for a more interesting prospect of a race? As all the drivers choose their fuel management options, they won't be choosing a different tyre strategy. It'll be wet throughout unless it changes back to dry. Predicted pit stop strategy, a 1-stop or a 2-stop for the intermediate tyres. When that pops up again, I'll look at it more. But we start the formation lap. And Chris is disqualified from the session. I could only assume that, yes. Parked in a dangerous location. He hasn't moved off the spot. I don't know what's happening. Breakfast Kings and Hype. Oh! Leave now doing some lawn mowing. But HyperX Renz and Breakfast King disqualified. I would hope that's only for the formation lap, as we have 36 laps here. And we line up again, waiting for Icon and Spinotto, or maybe just Icon. And it's lights out. What's happened now? There we go. Are you ghosted? We'll find out when drivers hit each other. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Well, anyway, we start lap 1. Lead now hops into first from Ashiro. Icon getting up into 8th from 10th, and that is the racing point of Davey. Going very wide. Chris last, overtaken by Breakfast King. Icon getting past Davey up into 7th, and Icon has left the session. I would guess that's a lagging issue. I'll see if I can invite him back. There we go. Pit stop practice strategy. 1 stop, lap 18, 2 stop, lap 12 and 24. Chris has been given a penalty for something while I was away. But as we come across the line for lap 3, it's Lead now who leads the line. The Mashiro, Ace, Laggy, Matey, Bars down in 6th, Arps in 7th, Abood up a place into 8th, Davey down a few places, Spinotto up 1 place, Renz, Breakfast King, Icon and Chris. And I don't think Chris is liking life very much. Nitrous Davey, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. I'm guessing that's what Chris would have had as well, as Abood gets up into 7th. Icon's left the session again. Laggy and Spinotto, 3 seconds. Multiple warnings, that will be track extension. And I won't be surprised if at least one penalty for everyone is added to everyone's race ends in these wet conditions with strict corner cutting, as Matey gets one. And Matey has retired from the session after that. And it brings out a full course safety car. Well, the safety car will allow the drivers to group back up. Well, there goes Renz, almost crashing into the back of Spinotto. As I won't be surprised if there's at least one. That's lucky Davey's ghosted then. No, I won't be surprised if there's at least one penalty for severe collision on the safety car. And there it is. Tayarps, a 5-second penalty, severe collision with Nitrous Davey. For any drivers listening, don't forget, if you are recording the session, then you can report these penalties and try to get them removed. Icon into the pits. Spinotto, a 5-second penalty for severe collision with Nitrous Davey. Jesus, what is going on? And Spinotto has DNF'd. Nitrous Davey, a 5-second penalty for severe collision with HyperX Renz. The safety car is in this lap, so we will go green light racing once again very soon. And HyperX Renz once again another penalty for severe collision with Davey, as all the cars are grouped up very, very tight here. A load of drivers getting these penalties, which they will have to serve. And Chris is going to get disqualified for that. That is very dangerous driving. But we are back, green light racing. Davey gets past Arps. Right now Red Bulls are 5 and 6, not where they would like to be, but there is still 30 laps to go. As Chris and Icon go at it. That is a 3-second time penalty for obvious corner cutting by Icon. Not much else going on at the moment. Spinotto's left a session. Breakfast King gets past Chris, and so does, and a very big gap's formed between them and Icon now. A few fastest laps there. Mashiro and Liebnow and Breakfast King 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. More than half the grid now have penalties. And that's Chris, who seemed to just stop in the middle of the track, bring out those yellow flags. Chris, 3-second time penalty. Not many close battles here. Closest is Arps to Davey, as they are quite close. Bas has now got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Some groups starting to form now. HyperX Ren's 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Mashiro, fastest lap by 1:19.096. That weird sound you can hear is from Ace Noisy's engine. It seems like Ace has got that engine glitch. As we start to approach the two stoppers, first pit stop window. I'm not sure about the tyre wear at this moment, but I would think a lot of drivers will be going for that one stop to try and minimise the amount of time they're on this track. Chris is in the pits on lap 10. Leave now a fastest lap, a 1:18.768 for the Mercedes. As Chris is now being lapped by most of the field. Icon another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Blue flags have come out. Yellow flag in sector 2 is Chris, who has spun around. What else would you expect in these wet conditions? Bas only 5/10 behind, lagging now. Chris looks like he spun again. Only 4 drivers left without a penalty so far. Lieb now improves on his fastest lap. Bas almost had the move, couldn't make it stick though. As they fight for 4th. Can I get some... There we go. Time penalties in total so far. Laggy with 3 seconds and Bas also with 3 seconds. Davey with 11 seconds, Arts with 10, Icon with 6, Breakfast with King with 3, HyperX Ren's with 13, and Chris with 11. Again, if any drivers are listening or watching the stream, if your penalties were, if you believe they were inside our regulation of track limits, you can report it. And also if you were given a penalty under the safety car that you don't believe was your fault, you can report it as well. As we Chris is retired. For some reason he went on to the soft tyres. And safety car. Chris, bring out the safety car. There's no need for that. There you can see the stops drivers have done. Icon's already done one stop, so has Ren's. About a third, just under a third, over a third of the race through now. Position changes. Abood and Breakfast King joint best for positions gained. No drivers right now that haven't already pitted will be taking the 2-stop opportunity, as the safety car is at the end of this first sector waiting to pick up the cars. But so far, standings look as lead now: Mashiro, Ace, Laggy, Bath, Abood, Davey, Icon, Arps, Breakfast King and Renz, with 3 retirements: Chris, Spinotto and Matey. As Renz comes into the pits, Chris has left the session. Just waiting for the safety car to come in. I would guess it's going to come in at the end of this lap. Trying to get some nice pictures while we wait. Why not? Going for another safety lap, as a lot of the drivers now are coming into the pits. Laggy the only one not to. Racing Point could have a disaster here. Going for the medium tyres. All the drivers feel like it's dried up enough. Mediums for lead now: mediums for Mashiro, and mediums for Noisy, Ace Noisy. Mediums for Bass. Actually, we can see if I remember. There we go. Laggy Racer, the only driver to stay on the intermediate tyres here, will be coming in at the end of this lap. A lot of the drivers taking advantage of the safety car to change onto the dry compounds, but Mashiro lead now. Ace, Bass, Davey and Renz all on the mediums, Breakfast King and Abood on the softs, and Icon and Arps on the hards. Breakfast King has made up 7 places now in that pit stop window. 6 places, 7 places. Icon 5-second penalty for severe collision with Arps. Get rid of this. But the safety car is in this lap. Lead now is going to lose a lot of time. On this pit stop window, as he's down in 10th, and he's going to be passed by Renz. Leave now Laggy now last. Mashiro being promoted to first. Icon gets past Breakfast King. Icon now up into 5th. That's a nice camera view of Bass with his battle for first, really. Let's try and figure out some penalties. So Abu doesn't have one, so Icon I don't know. There's not a lot of times. The AWS is saying the pit stop window is now open for the 1 stop. They've already done the 1 stop in the safety car outing. A few more penalties here. Only 3 drivers left now. That don't have a penalty. Abu gets past Arps. And the boot has retired from the session. It looks like a collision with Breakfast King, who's also retired from the session. That's going to be bad news for a boot who's literally just signed a Red Bull contract before this race. Not a great start for your new career. We're left now with 9 drivers. DRS is enabled this lap. So we'll see some faster racing now, and hopefully some more overtakes. As Davey gets past Icon, Icon's left the session again. These top 4 drivers, apart from first, obviously, will get the DRS help, as Lead now did, to get into first. Lead now at 1:10.696. Really starting to speed up now. Laggy now, a 1:09.366 fastest lap on the soft tyres. Icon's joined back. The stewards after this race will have a big headache deciding what to keep and what to get rid of as penalties go. Maybe even some more penalties. As Mashiro can't use the help of DRS right now. Davey with another 3 seconds to get anywhere near lead now. All 4 of these drivers on the medium tyres. Laggy, another 3 seconds added to his time at the end of this race. Gets past Icon. Who's now left a session. Bar's dropping back now. He might not get the advantage of DRS this lap. He does. And Mashiro uses that advantage of the DRS to get past lead now. Icon speeds in the pit lane. 5 seconds and will be added to his time. Yeah, not much going on right now. A lap later, will leave now, get his revenge. No, he won't. Can't get close enough. Two DRS straights on this track. Could be the reason why Mashiro is staying out in front for the time being. second now separates Liebnow and Mashiro. Will Liebnow get help of DRS? No, he won't. Arps and Laggy get past Davey, who got a very bad exit off that corner. Which will leave Ace to only catch up on Liebnow now. With help of that DRS, there's the beep. Hiding behind the right wing mirror. Gets within half a second. Monsieur is starting to pull away now though. Laggy gets past Arps. Laggy back into the top 5 after pitting on the wrong lap. Which left him in last. Not bad for a recovery drive. Now we start 10 laps to go here in Brazil. Not much difference here, a lap on. Icon's retired from the session mid-track. Pulls over to the side now, in the middle of sector 2. Will race control deem that as a safety car incident? No. Parked well away from the track. Both of these drivers really going at it now. Bars going down the inside, that is very close to touching there. Icon now left the session. Davey with a 3-second time penalty. Laggy right now will not be able to reduce the time to Bars. But these two are still going at it. Ace doesn't have DRS anymore. As they go side by side, coming out of sector 1, Bars goes onto the escape. Arp's really catching up to Laggy now. And another DRS straight goes by. Almost losing control of the car there. Without getting past Ace. And he'll try again on lap 31 of 36. No luck again, still too far back. A 2-second gap now for lead now to Mashiro, and on lap 32 of 36 Bars finally gets the move done on Ace with the help of DRS coming into turn 1. Now within 2 tenths of Laggy. Won't be able to get the move done though. Bars with another 3 seconds added to his time. It'd be really interesting to see what the final results will be with all these penalties. Art's looking to try again but can't. Renz has been lapped by the first four now. Three laps to go here. This race seems like it's gone on forever. Ace getting within 4/10. Three and a half tenths now. We'll go back to that battle there for the moment. If Arts can carry the momentum through into turn 4 and now into turn 5, he has got the help of DRS. Let's quickly go down here. That would be why he can't get the move done as easily as he would like. Not only is he in the Ferrari compared to Mercedes, he's also got the hard tyres on compared to the soft tyres. 2 laps to go here, 1 lap to go. Final lap here in Brazil. Round 5 of the championship. What a race this has been. Almost half the grid DNF'd. And Liebnow, what has happened here? 2-second gap vanished. Disintegrated. Now less than 1/10 as we come towards the final sector of the race. Both drivers need to be careful not to get a penalty here. It will cost them right at the last minute of this race. But with DRS down the main straight, Mashiro, Liebnow, help of DRS as of now, and it will be Mashiro who wins the Brazilian Grand Prix by 2.2 tenths to Liebnow. Ace Noisy finishes 3rd on track, Bass 4th on track. That will be a podium for Ace in the Racing Point. Renz finishes 8th. Arts with another 3 seconds. Laggy 5th on track. Stays 5th on track. What a race that was. A lot of penalties, a lot of spins, a lot of excitement. Here is your top 3, Mashiro, Liebnow and Ace Noisy. What a way to starting a new team than winning. Mashiro will be very happy with that. And here are the results. Mashiro pole to win in the McLaren. Liebnow finishes second from second. Ace up 2 places from 5th to 3rd. Bass stays where he was, 4th to 4th. Liebnow, no, Laggy Racer drops 2 places from the qualifying. Good recovery drive though from 10th. Arps finishes 6th from 7th in the qualifying, as well as Davey 1 place up from 8th to 7th. Renz from 12th to 8th. Williams is one of the only races Williams got the points for, and got 4 points for it as well. Icon with 2 points in 9th place. Breakfast in 10th. And yeah, rest of them DNF'd. And that is all for round 5 of the championship. Next weekend is Mexico in VFO. Next weekend will be the 19th of December, the last race before the winter break. We'll have 2 weeks of winter break. We'll join back on the 2nd of January after the next round. We'll see you then.